Welcome to the Grid Gossip Podcast.
This is episode 6, where we talk about sim racing and real life racing. You're joined by Brucey, Graham, and Rick as we bring you a roundup of the world of motorsport. So, guys, how have you been with the racing the last couple of weeks?
Pretty up and down, to be fair. We started my GT3 league. First two races didn't go quite well, to be fair. We started in the GTR, which was abysmal at Bathurst. Last week we did the Yamagawa Kyoto, which we swapped into the Evo, which was a little better, but still wasn't the best. And then we did the third round today, which I actually had a decent race. I got to race against people, which was fun. And then Tuesday started the Infinity, and I came second.
Team grab.
Yeah, team grab for the win.
So, yeah, I had a pretty decent race in the Aston. Got second, which was pretty decent. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
we'll
race.
not mention where I finished.
Yeah.
It's the car
Get
around
the
that track.
shocker. Oh, it was the bumps. They were horrible.
Yeah, but you were away for like 2 weeks, so your first race
I
back.
have been. Yeah.
So,
Tonight was redemption. So,
yeah, you've done a lot better tonight.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I've not done a lot of racing, but I've been to see live racing. So, yeah. I was at Donington on Sunday for the GT3 series,
Nice.
which was very good. And they had the TCR there as well, the Ginettas, which are crazy as ever, and the new, what they're called now, GB4. So they're not Formula 4, they're not whatever they were. Yeah, just young kids, racing skaters, very good, all of them. And there's, again, back to a couple of weeks ago, there's quite a few women in there as well, which is a good thing. So
Yeah.
Yep, always good to see.
And I actually got sunburnt at Donington as well. It
In
was
March.
one of them days where it was in March. April. Yeah, it was one of them days where it was very sunny, but it was also very windy. So you didn't actually notice how hot the sun was. So yeah. My nose is a little bit crispy. But yeah, we spent the whole day there. Kids love it, so
Nice.
it's a fun day out. I'm trying to get the missus to go to touring cars in a week's time, but yes.
Fair enough. I say I done alright the first 2 rounds of the World Series. Well, no, Bathurst is just a redemption because I hate the track, but yeah, Yamagawa was good for me. The driveway for that Aston is ridiculously good compared to the others.
Which is why I was gutted, because that is one of my favourite tracks.
Yeah, and then tonight was Interlagos, which I didn't do too well on. Few too many incidents and penalties, but yeah, better luck next week for me.
Yes.
Yeah, and obviously
Tried the time trial.
What this week? Yeah, I'll get onto that later.
Ages.
Well, yesterday's one just got released. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Well, we'll go to the update that we had from Gran Turismo the day before the GT3 World Series, which was brilliant news. Just what we wanted when it was just a Group 3 bob.
Yeah.
So all the testing that Brucey and everyone else has done into join out the window.
Absolutely destroyed it.
But the GTR was good before.
We did as well.
Yes, exactly. So hopefully for the next series that doesn't happen. But yeah, and then obviously you've got the World Series Manufacturers Cup, obviously all in Group 3, which started last Wednesday. Yeah, last Wednesday. We're at Nords with dynamic weather. I don't know. I can't remember how many laps there was. I think it was 5 laps, I think it was.
Oh, wow.
It was only, I think it was only just
With
Nords
a
though.
chance
I
of
don't
rain.
think. Yeah, but no one knew what, because normally it's the same rain in each split. But this was,
Yeah.
you could do one and it not have any rain, and then the next one had rain the whole way through. So it's
Okay.
just luck of the draw. Which you think for a World Series it should all be the same, because at least then you're going for points, you're going to get
Yeah.
the same points. Yeah, because you get some people
Yeah.
that are good in the wet and some people are good in the dry. So
Do you want to make it a level playing field rather than, yeah.
yeah, exactly,
Weird.
exactly. Then you had Interlagos last Saturday, which was a bit of a joke because it was 18 minutes of qualifying with a 12 lap race, which is 18 minutes race.
Jesus.
So
Wow.
I don't understand. And then Wednesday this week was Catalonia. No chicane. I didn't see how that one went. And then we've got Spa on Saturday, and then Sardinia A reverse. So anyone wanting to do that, prepared for Friday, because that's what we're doing in the next round of the GT3 series. Jump on, and then we've got Suzuka at the end. So, which I'm sure that one will have rain. So yeah, World Series going at the moment. Obviously halfway through so far. I haven't really seen much else happening with GT7 or any other games with
No,
updates and stuff. So
not really. I mean,
I know
when
it's
does...
not long until Forza. So I'll
Yeah,
just have a look now.
that's what I was just thinking. When I know it's sometime this month, isn't it? Is it 20th of April, is it? Somewhere around there?
Let me just have a quick browse. Where is it? It will be on 29th of this month. So a
29th.
couple of weeks
Okay.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they got the new F1 game coming out soon as well. I don't know when that comes out. I think it's near like May, June, something like that, isn't it? The new F1 game.
I don't know. Was that the 25? Was it?
25, yeah. It's usually around that time anyway. Around the British Grand Prix. Usually releases.
Yeah, for 70 quid.
Yeah, it's
Jesus. It is the
price hike.
27th of next month.
Okay.
It's coming up, so yeah. You
So
can
70
pre-order if
quid
you
for the
want.
base game.
Looking on the shop, no, that's the iconic edition.
Ah,
So I don't know what the
Probably
actual
about
price would be.
50,
Probably be
60.
like 65. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, 50, 60 quid in it. Again, for not a lot different, really.
Probably not.
Driver
No.
changes and
I think they've made
yeah.
a few small changes from last year. I think they might have done a few My Team updates, but apart from that, nothing really major. I've not really seen anything about it that's, stuck out at me.
No.
No. Um, so, do you want to cover the last couple of weeks of F1, Rick?
Yeah, no problem. So we had China, which we haven't spoken about, which
China.
was a China. don't. No, we're not going there. Copyright and everything. We had a feature and a sprint. The sprint, Mr. Hamilton somehow managed to win, but it was all on tyre wear, and there wasn't really much going on in that race. The feature, again, it was quite a boring race. Piastri actually won, Norris second and Russell third. Alonso decided to nearly kill everyone with brake failure, which is quite fun. Lando had some weird brake fade at the end of the race, which was getting worse and worse and worse, and everyone's thinking he's going to have to retire. No, he still managed to hold on to second. the Ferraris, hours after the race, got disqualified for being too light, and one was too light, and I think Hamilton had too much wear on his skid plate, so they both got disqualified. And then Ocon also got disqualified for, I think
Being
that was
too
for
light.
underweight as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, not really much more than that happened. So championship positions: Norris is first with 44 points, Verstappen's in second with 36 points, and Russell's third in 35 points. The big news of that week was straight after the Grand Prix. Not straight after, I think it was the Monday or the Tuesday. It was announced that Liam Lawson is being replaced by Yuki Tsunoda after 2 races. Almost the shortest career ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
I think
ridiculous.
there was only Karun Chandok got dropped after 3 races. Yeah, there's a couple. I don't think anyone's actually ever been dropped after 2 races. So there's quite a bit up in the air about that. And then we had Japan. The lights went green. There was nothing for 22 laps. Norris tried to cut the grass, and then the race ended. And that was it. And I got up at stupid o'clock in the morning to watch that.
Oh dear me.
Oh, it was horrendous. Usually Japan's not a bad race, but
No.
there was one overtake in the whole top 10 for the whole of the race. It was ridiculous. One takeaway from that was noted was so we just just said that Lawson was replaced by Yuki. Lawson actually out-qualified Yuki. Lawson's gone back to the Racing Bulls and out-qualified Yuki Tsunoda in the Red Bull.
Yeah.
But he managed to overtake him on like a lap 1 or 2. So yeah,
It just shows you how
yeah, it
messed
was
up that Red Bull car is, doesn't it? If it can,
That's what they say. The car is so engineered to Max, it is
yeah.
unbelievable. And even Max can't drive it this season that well.
Mm.
Yeah, yes, Max won the Japanese Grand Prix, but part of that was down to McLaren not really doing a very good strategy. The car is god awful, but
Yeah.
it's Team Max, and I think I saw a meme midweek, and it was Max Verstappen has more points than every other driver that's raced for a Red Bull so far or something. It's like, you know, ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. It's bad. It's a
But
bad.
one team on the up is one team on the up is Williams. They've now scored more points this season after 3 races than they scored in the entire season last year. So
Oh wow.
they're getting there. So I've always had a bit of a vested interest in Williams. Who've always been kind of my second team, if you will, but they've not been doing very well. So
Yeah.
yeah, and then we got Bahrain this weekend. We've had practice 1 and practice 2 this week today. Again, this morning it was a more of a young driver test session. A lot of drivers got switched out for young drivers, so not really a lot gleaned from that. And then in practice 2, it was Piastri, then Norris in second, so it's looking like another McLaren whitewash. So let's see how that goes. At least I don't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch that one.
Well, yeah. That'd be a normal time, wouldn't it? That one.
It's still early, I think. It's still early-ish, but yeah, it's not too bad.
Fair enough.
Do you want me to go over Indy? While I'm at it?
Yeah. Go Indy, and then
Yeah.
I'll go to the. Yeah. Join
Okay. So the last race we had was at the Thermal Club. It's actually the first time we've used that race as a proper race. It's always been a bit of a weird spectacle or like a sponsored race, if you know what I mean. It's always been a bit weird, but this time they've just gone full out and used it as a proper race, which is good. It's not a bad track. It's very wide, and the pits are really weird, but yeah. So Alex Palou finished first, Pato Award second, and Lundgaard managed to get third. The worst thing with that was Peter McLaren. Pato Award was in the lead for every single lap until 10 to go. And then Palou just, yeah, goodbye.
Yep.
There was quite a funny incident even before they got started. So they have the parade lap, as you call it, and Di Francesco and McLaughlin managed to collide with each other on the formation lap before even the green flag flew. It's like, seriously, ridiculous. They had to use the hards and the sticker softs, and the hards were about a second slower than the stickers, but that's pretty normal. And there was some brilliant action. If you do get to watch the race, Lundgaard made some brilliant defence against Palou. There was 4 corners of switcheroos, as we call them, as F1 calls them, and I think we do in MRC switcheroos, where it's like,
Yeah.
so he's overtaken him, he's took the inside, and then Lundgaard has like braked a little bit earlier, nicked the inside, and then got past him again. So you could feel the frustration in Palou because he was so much quicker. But Lundgaard made it really, really hard for him to get past, which was brilliant. Yeah, good fun. If you get to watch that, go watch it. So championship, we've got Palou on 102. It's just running away with it again. Pato Award is on 63, and Scott Dixon's on 61 points. So somebody's got to stop Palou because he's gonna win again.
He's gonna walk it. He's doing a max in India, isn't he? Really?
Yeah, Palou's won it the last 2 seasons. Yeah, he's just the man to beat at the moment. The Arrow McLarens are getting there, but
Yeah.
So the next race is actually this weekend. We're in Long Beach, which is a great street track.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really is a brilliant street track, that one.
It's probably one of the jewel races of Indy cars, isn't it? The Long Beach.
I think it is, yeah. So I've got quite a bit of racing to watch this weekend as well.
Yeah. Don't mind a bit of racing, that's for sure.
No.
And that's it from me for my roundup on F1 Indy.
Obviously, I did miss going through the daily races and time trials for this week. Race A is Tsukuba, 7 laps in the Amuse S2000. So, nice little tail happy car on sports mediums as well. So, quite close racing for that one. Race B is Watkins Glen, 5 laps, Group 3, racing mediums. Says it all really. It's one they've done many times before. And then race C is actually a good little combo. It's Laggy Maggie, or Lago Maggiore, as if you don't know. 12 laps, Group 2 cars. But it's the modern Group 2 cars, not the old Group 2s. So, racing mediums. No, racing mediums and racing softs. So, and I think the tyre wear is like ×3. So, you're getting about 5 laps on the softs, and then they're kind of dead. So, I'm sure that's quite a good one. But obviously, the dirty air is going to start to kill your tyres even more for them ones. The time trials. Last week's time trial is the easiest you're going to get. The Chaparral 2J, racing hard tyres. You think, oh god, at Daytona Tri-Oval. All you've got to do is stay on the yellow line and you get a gold. And I think I'm like 0.02 and I'm like 14,000th. It's that easy.
Cheers.
I
And
did have a
then
go on a wheel last night, and I did kind of go a bit quicker than you, Brownie. Sorry.
I'm not worried. That track's just
You're gonna get gold
I've got.
anyway.
I'm gonna get gold. I'm not gonna be like a second slower. So yeah. And then this week's time trial that got released Thursday is the Toyota GR Corolla Mazzaro Edition 22. Absolute mouthful.
Yeah.
At Lake Louise Short Track Reverse.
I'm not even
So
bothered.
snow tyres are required. I done it tonight before we jumped on for Group 3. It's freaking hard, but don't have your traction on because I went about a second quicker with my traction off.
Yeah, we've got to
So
slide it.
I'm guessing you're not allowed to touch the green barrier bollards either.
no, you can smash the hell out of them. You just
Oh,
can't touch
can
the
you?
wall. Yeah,
Okay.
but obviously it's a snow track or dirt track. You've got to carry as much speed as possible through the corners, and obviously get it as sideways as you can. It's always good fun.
Meh.
I've got silver and I'm happy with silver. So yeah, I'm done for that one.
I'm just going to avoid the stress. I'm not even going to. Yep. Nope. Not for me.
I done about 15 laps and I was like, okay, yeah, it's only a minute 2, I think it was, or something, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. And then obviously you're saying about Long Beach. Obviously IMSA are at Long Beach this week as well. It's only a short race
That's weird.
of another hour and 40.
Oh, very short.
But there's no driver swaps, so it's literally just put your best driver in and go.
Okay.
And there's only 11 GTPs and 16 GTDs for that one. So
Will we see Valkyrie?
yeah, Valkyrie's there. Valkyrie's there.
Good.
Yeah, I just think the teams that have got like 3 cars or like 3 manufacturers, I think they're only allowed like 1 or something. So rather than having like 2 Porsches, it's only like 1 Porsche, and then you've got the privateer Porsche. So
Yeah, I wouldn't really put Long Beach as a group, a track for that.
it's very much like IndyCar. It's very much a staple race of the calendar. It's been there for years. So
Wow.
yeah,
It's
and
unusual to
then
have it the same weekend as Indy as well.
yeah, I just think where they're shutting the roads down, they've just gone right. We'll just shut the whole road down and do all the races we can in one weekend.
Can we do 2?
Yeah, just get them all done. You know, I'm surprised F1 haven't jumped on the bandwagon. You know.
After a short race.
Yeah. And then I did see from WEC this week that McLaren will be entering into the LMDH in 2027.
They will.
So
Come
that
on,
will be
domination.
interesting.
Come on.
What car are they going to use? The Senna? Like,
I don't know, because
what are
that's
they
a
going to
long
use?
tail, isn't it?
Yeah, but what? I mean, unless they've got a completely different, unless they're using a VGT car, who
You could
knows?
do a VGT.
Yeah, no. I only saw it was
Watch this
released, so
space.
it'd be interesting to see. Do you want to do your NASCAR, Brucey?
Yeah, first we'll jump into the hot tea actually, which will segue into NASCAR because it is about NASCAR.
Okay.
So in October of 2024, 2 NASCAR teams filed a joint lawsuit against NASCAR, in which they alleged that the sanctioning body is acting as a monopoly. Front Row Motorsports and 23XL Racing, which the 2 teams involved in the lawsuit, basically have alleged that NASCAR aren't hearing their concerns about the charters that they had to sign. Obviously, the charters, they have to agree on a deal with NASCAR, and NASCAR decide on is set particular rules of what they can and can't do. And now, after the negotiations, and they refuse to sign these charters, uh, they are asking help from Liberty Media, obviously on F1, uh, in the hopes that they're going to settle and gain information of how Liberty Media support their teams to hopefully for NASCAR to become more in line with other major motorsports. Because at the minute, it's looking like NASCAR don't really give a monkeys about the small teams and are just supporting the big teams, which I guess you could argue happens in every motorsport. I mean, look at F1. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it's all a bit of cloak and dagger at the minute.
Yeah. Well, at least they're trying to kind of sort it out, but
Yeah.
it's going to take some time.
Oh yeah,
Oh, God,
definitely.
yeah.
Nothing's going to be sorted for at least probably until next year, I'd say.
Yeah.
So there is action going off behind the scenes. Uh, onto NASCAR. Uh, I've been letting the side down a little bit at the moment. I really haven't been watching NASCAR recently, so we'll just go quickly through the results, and we'll hopefully have some juicy information in next week's podcast. So, Homestead, Miami, top five. You've got Kyle Larson, Bowman, uh, Wallace, Briscoe, and Hamlin. And then we go to Martinsville, which was the 30th of March. Denny Hamlin won with Christopher Bell, Wallace, Elliott, and Kyle Lawson finishing fifth. And then last week's race, Darlington, obviously a throwback week.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, some nice
Some
liveries
really
going
weird
on.
liveries.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
some very weird, interesting choices. Yeah,
Yes.
Denny Hamlin win that one again with William Byron in second, Chris Bell in third, Tyler Reddick in fourth, and Ryan Blaney in fifth place. This weekend we are heading to Bristol for the Food City
The
500.
teeny tiny track.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
That is mental round there.
best track on the
Yeah.
calendar. I think, if I remember correctly, it's something like 15 to 20-second laps. We'll say
It
I
is,
think,
500
yeah.
yeah.
It's like
laps.
0.3 of a mile, is it? Something stupid like
It's
that.
half mile.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
half
half
mile, isn't
mile.
it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tiny.
it's always fun to watch.
Yeah.
It is always good fun to watch. Yep.
It's been my favourite
But obviously
track
going.
on NASCAR go to since I started watching when I was 16. It's like, yeah, it's almost like for people who like F1 and like Monaco, it's almost like the Monaco race, how it used to be for the old F1 cars.
Yeah, how it used to be. Yeah.
Yeah, not now.
Yeah. Not like it is now. No, God,
Yeah,
no.
But yeah, going back to Darlington this week. Byron should have won it in my books because that was it 260 laps or so, and he led over 200 laps of that from start to like lap 210. He was winning, and then pit strategy just went out the window. Pitted too late, and others got the jump,
yeah.
which is unfortunate. But yeah,
It's
how it
the
goes.
issue with old tracks like Darlington. As soon as you do one lap, your tyres are ghosted. You need
Oh
new
yeah,
tyres.
they were like, oh, I can get to lap 33, and then lap 34, my tyres are done. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, it's
So the first
just ridiculous.
person who pits is always going to be on the peak performance,
Yeah, yeah. But I think a
which
late caution with like 4 laps to go, um, which then obviously everyone came in the pit because obviously all their tyres were dead. They were just hoping to go to the end, and then Hamlin just had the best pit stop out of everyone. He was running like third, and then yeah, just jumped. I think it was Byron and Bell, and yeah,
Yeah, looking at those
That's it
results,
from.
he's really shown up in the last couple of races. It seems.
Yeah, Hamlin's well.
First couple of races, he was nowhere.
Yeah. No. But then the liveries, obviously, there was the Lotus livery on. Was it Priest's car? No, it wasn't Priest. I can't think who it was on. But that looked. It looked odd, but it looked good.
Which Lotus livery on about? We on
'Cause-
about the black and gold one or the green and yellow one?
Green and yellow.
Oh, okay. So not the John Player special then.
No. Lotus 66, wherever it is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would have looked odd then.
Looked odd, but obviously it kind of it worked. But yeah. So I haven't got anything else. There's not really been much happening for me on my side of things.
Touring cars starts soon. Come on.
Yeah,
We've
can't
had
wait
so
for
many
that.
teasers now. It's like I really can't wait.
What's that? A couple of weeks?
I think it's 2 weeks now. It's 2
2
weeks to go. Come on. Yeah, Gordon Shen, fucking Flash, is back driving. What the hell?
Yeah, that's going to be fun to watch.
Yes, but Turkington's dropped out.
Is it?
Oh, okay.
Yes, which is a bit strange.
One
Not sure if
driver.
he's taking a sabbatical.
He's only just come back from a sabbatical, though, hasn't he? Really? I mean, he was out for.
No, Turks doesn't. Turkinson did take a year out a while ago.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Shedden who just took a sabbatical. Yeah. Oh, that was quite a few years ago. That now.
Oh, okay. One driver I want to see come back
Shedden.
is Giovinazzi. Is it Giovinazzi or is it something like that?
God, yeah, Gina Benazzi, yeah.
He was one crazy
In
son
the old
of a-
Alpha. He
Yeah.
was crazy. Yep. Yeah. So you keep getting teasers and trailers and videos and the whole lot. It's like, I just want the season to start. Why is it so late?
Yeah.
Most seasons have started now, haven't they? So
Absolutely.
it's one of the last.
It's like when we was at Donington, they're running a TCR series, which is like a, don't want to call it a spin-off, but it's kind of a spin-off of BTCC. So you got Cupra Leons and Hyundais and Audis. It's just not quite the same.
But they're not tuned as much, are they? Them ones.
Well, they are.
The TCR. Oh, are they?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
TCRs. Yeah, they're definitely tuned.
Well, yeah, I know they're
Just
tuned, but I don't know if they're
touring
tuned
cars.
as much as the touring car, are they?
I would say they are. They were doing comparable lap times to touring cars around Donington.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think before
it's
we
just
end.
not touring cars. Sorry.
I was going to say, I think before we end, we need to discuss our team's cars for the Infinity. Obviously, we've gone the Aston, but what is the other car we are racing, Rick?
For what? Sorry, Infinity? The Ferrari?
Yeah. And what livery has the Ferrari got on, Rick?
The Beamerari.
Yes.
Graham, bless him. Golden Graham has spent a lot of time doing a kind of a really weird half-on-half livery. So you look at it from one angle and it looks like a BMW. You look at it from another angle and you would never believe it was a BMW. You'd think it was a Ferrari. He's done an amazing job. So,
Well, the Ferrari is the same both sides. It's the Aston for the Group 3.
Aston, isn't it? Yes.
The Aston's half and half. And yeah, I spent hours doing the others, and I was like, I'm not doing them half and half.
So I've kind of dragged Graham and Brucey into my BMW
Madness.
debauchery.
Only for Infinity, not again.
Oh, wait till we're teammates on GTCC, then you'll see.
But I'll be driving different cars.
You'll be driving a BMW.
No, I will
So
not
yes,
driving
the
a BMW.
The saga does continue, yes. So
Yeah.
even in the GT3s tonight, we were running BMW liveries, and in the Infinity, we're running BMW liveries.
I tell
On our Ferraris in Aston.
I tell you
Ferraris
what,
and Aston.
if we ever get merch for the podcast, we are definitely doing something inclined with BMW liveried cars.
Yeah.
We have to make T-shirts.
You know what? Yeah, Nissan Skyline M Sport. You know when something snowballs just so much as just like, oh, for God's sake, seriously?
Yeah. My plan was doing the liveries. Rick's driving a BMW liveried whatever, and me and Bruce are driving just the normal livery. And then
Just standard.
I just went, you know what? We'll just drive BMWs. Then it's just going to confuse everyone.
And it did. There was many people going, hang on, that's BMW. The BMW's not allowed. It's like, no,
Yeah, but
I'm not dumb in a Ferrari.
Even tonight at Interlagos, I'm going, catch that BMW. It's like, it's not a BMW, it's an Aston.
There's no BMWs allowed.
No. No BMW on the grid.
Yes. Crazy.
I think on that note,
Sorry, guys.
it's probably time to end the show.
It's time
Don't
for
you
Graham's
want-
joke, is it not?
Don't
Yeah.
you want the joke?
Oh yeah, you still
Yeah.
need to do that. That's the end of the show.
That's the end of the show. Strap yourselves in.
Oh yes.
I was
Here we
getting a
go.
hand job with my new girlfriend when I asked, how are you so good at this? Years of practice, she said. Bit of a player in your day, were you? No, she replied. I used to have one of my own.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
Well,
On that note.
thank you all so much for listening to the Grid Gossip Podcast. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button and possibly subscribing, maybe kick a friend in the leg and tell them what it's all about.
Ow.
And send them all over to have a listen. We've been Brucey, Graham and Rick. Until next time, race hard and race fair. Thank you all.
Thank
Goodbye.
you, bye.